Hi, this is Angela, and you are listening to Divinely Connected. I am here with your weekly guidance from May 12th through to the 18th. This is a 7-day forecast of what you can expect over the coming week here in the month of May. We do have 5 cards pulled. I'm excited to see what is in store, so let's get to it. There is very much the need to check in with yourself. Okay. And if you're tuning in for the daily deep dives every morning here on Divinely Connected, this week's every day we are talking about getting back to the basics, getting back to your spiritual practice, to your spiritual routine, to shielding and bubbling up your energy, to cleansing your energy, to making time, journaling, etc., saying your affirmations. This card pretty much wraps all that up, right? Which is taking time to check in with yourself, your intuition, trusting your intuition, making time for yourself, prioritizing yourself, caring for others, but not forgetting about yourself. There is very much this need to get back on track with the daily practice, with starting your day, with inviting in your divine team, with your bubbling up, shielding, with your affirmations, living every day with a little bit more intention versus surviving like we have been. Okay. That lower energy is still hanging around for some. Some of you are already into the high vibes that May is bringing in. For the rest of you, getting on the other side of this week is really going to be pivotal for that change up in energy. Okay. There is the Lovers card coming in, which means that there's matters of the heart that's coming in. Okay. And so the card itself says embrace true love and deep, intimate friendships, making choices from the heart, vibrant health, or recovery of illness. And so this is really getting back in tune with yourself. Okay. And taking time for yourself and listening to yourself. And a lot of this discontentment that everybody's feeling, and a lot of this kind of, you know, how did I get here type of energy and questions that a lot of people are asking themselves is because of that heart chakra, is because all this time and attention that has been fueled and funneled into healing and funneled into internal work, and funneled into navigating extremes that have been really in the forefront over the last 4 years is really kind of taking any of that creative energy away, or any of that self prioritizing energy where you can pour into your cup and then you actually feel like your cup is full. Right. And so this has been very much like this isolated event where now that we are moving back into this, getting back to the basics, prioritizing what feels good, allowing good feeling experiences into your life is really what is coming in. And for some of you, it's coming in as loving interactions. It could mean new lovers, new babies, new puppies, new passion projects, new loving mindsets, new loving routines, movement routines. It may mean showing yourself love and doing the hard thing, like quitting smoking, quitting drinking, quitting gambling, whatever it is. There's this very much almost wanting to get back to the basics, but in a very simplistic way, meaning that you don't need all the things and all the things, right? And I think it's very easy to kind of get caught up in that, especially when there is scarcity. When there's scarcity, or when the prices are high and everything seems to be intense in that way, we tend to adapt the mindset of only focusing on what we do not have. Right. And so this is very much kind of getting back to like sitting down with yourself and go, what really matters? What actually makes you happy? What do we need to work on? And I know I talk about it in the daily deep dives this week, but I also myself, within recent history, I want to say like the last 2 weeks, I sat down with myself and was like, okay, Ange. Right? The preacher of the things, you got to start doing the things again. And I sat down and go, okay, where do I feel off in my life? And then made affirmations to start speaking them into truth, to getting back to the basics, getting back onto the law of attraction, getting back on calling and inviting my team. Right. And so I have the tendency, just like everyone else, to kind of drop the ball when it comes to that, because I meditate every day to do my clients, and but to being of service and connecting with my intuition intuition to be of service to others is different than doing it to be of service to myself, right? And so there is almost that need to again prioritize or to dedicate time and intention to myself as well. And so this is very validating to see that coming up in the daily deep dives and also in the weekly guidance this week, because we're all very much feeling and experiencing very similar emotions and very similar experiences. There's the Emperor card, which is all about you or who you're looking for. Here you are taking charge right here, right? Here you are just going to take charge right here. So logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation, accept the leadership role, structure and discipline. And this is the thing, because Spirit just said, you know what needs to get done, but you don't want to have to be the one. Right. And so there's almost this resistance to needing to be the emperor in your own life, needing to take charge of your situation. You shouldn't have to do it this way, or this shouldn't fall on your shoulders, or somebody else should be doing this. Or if your body would just work right, then you wouldn't have to worry about X, Y, and Z. They don't have to worry about it. And there's very much this kind of resistance to doing what you need to do for you. Right? And I challenge you to think, if this was somebody else and if this was for you to show up for somebody, you wouldn't even think twice. You would be of service to them. You know what I mean? And so we do need to do that for ourselves. And whatever it is that you're feeling, or whatever it is that dialogue is coming in with, you are the one that needs to take the leadership role. You are the one who is co-creating your life with your divine team. You are the creator of your experience. Okay. And if this is not a good feeling experience, then only you are able to change that. Okay. There is the willingness to move forward. So this is taking the next steps, taking charge of the situation, being bold and ambitious, partnering with others who share your dreams, expanding your plans, and continuing to move forward. Okay. So here we're kind of going through that realization of, oh yeah, shit. Oh yeah, nobody's coming to save me, only I can save myself, right? There's the realization, here's the willingness and the energy to start doing the things. And I tell you, by just getting things organized, by just doing something as simple as writing down some affirmations and posting them on your wall. I literally took a little page out of a notebook, wrote down my affirmations, and taped them next to my bathroom mirror so that when I'm brushing my teeth, I have no choice but to read them, right? And so something as simple as that will help change everything. One, it funnels energy towards your goals. Two, it pulls that energy to you instead. And three, it breaks the habit of only focusing on everything that you're not or everything that you don't have. And you're focusing on everything that is here is only going to magnify more blessings to come in. Right. And so making these little changes are going to be so beneficial to you. Kim says, did that this morning. I love that, right? And there's a whole episode where I go into it in detail in the daily deep dives that are coming up this week. And so you can definitely check that out. We'll earmark it for you guys and make sure that there's a post connected to it. But it is something that is just that reminder. And it's not to blame when we kind of shift and we kind of fall away from our practices. And this may be stuff that you already know, like I already knew, didn't mean I was doing it, and it's very important for us to understand that, go, oh, you know what? Life's been life and I kind of got away from that. Here, I have the toolbox that I need to pull from for when I'm feeling out of sorts, off, not aligned with my true self, etc. Okay. And that it doesn't mean that we're criticizing ourselves. It doesn't mean that we're being hard on ourselves. It doesn't mean that we are flawed in a negative way. It means, oh, you know what? I was putting all my attention over there. That seems to be easing up a little bit. I now have energy that I can start funneling towards myself. And I'm going to magnify this good feeling experience by setting intentions, meditating, clearing my energy, and saying my affirmations. Okay. There is a decision that's coming up. And I'll tell you, there's the willingness for this change to come in. There's the willingness for change to come in. Maybe you don't even know what the change is just yet. But it's almost like it's not here yet, or we don't know exactly the direction that we're coming in. We can feel it. We know that we desire it. It may not actually be here just yet. Okay. And that's kind of creating a little bit of cantankerous energy. Spirit says, trust the process. Trust it. Follow your heart rather than your head. Have patience. What needs to come in is coming in. Right now, your job is to funnel energy into yourself. Get yourself into a better feeling experience. Okay? And by doing that, by spending time, and this isn't something, guys, don't let your ego, don't let your brain go, "Oh, Angela, I don't even have like any time to fit another thing into my life." Right? Because it doesn't have to be long, it just has to be consistent. You could say 2 affirmations every day. That's it, right? Like 3 seconds tops. It's going to work. You can do a clearing meditation, or you can just do a clearing prayer. Whatever you have time for, right? Is so important. And however you express it is important. Singing the affirmations totally work. You can also record by voice clip into your phone your affirmations and then just hit play every morning that you're brushing your teeth, right? Or making your coffee or sitting there having a moment. Hit play, right? And so there's all kinds of creative ways that are going to help you stay aligned, set yourself up for success. Don't be so worried, so quick to judge and be hard on yourself. Okay. And this week is all about kind of getting back to the basics. We are still not hitting the ground running. You may be wanting to go, oh, you know what? I need to move my body some more. I'm going to start walking. This is not the week to start running marathons if you have been on the couch, right? There is this feeling of anything is better than nothing. Let's start moving ahead in a realistic way that is going to get you back to a good feeling experience, and allow this good feeling to guide you forward. That is your intuition. If it feels good, it's good for you. Let's go in that direction, and trust yourself and trust your divine team by inviting them in every day. And so I got back to saying my morning invocation that I love to share. And I say, my highest, most expert guides, please move me where I need to be moved, have me say what I need to say, do what I need to do, and be who I need to be here in the physical form. That allows them to move out what needs to go out, to bring in what needs to come in, and for me to be in a state of allowance. Right. And so by taking that, by maybe putting a little bit of time in stress management, if you're still feeling super stressed, still carrying a lot of tension in your body, can we walk? Can we stretch? Can we do some yoga? Can we do some journaling? What can we do? You don't want, if you're holding tension in your body, you don't want to be doing high intensity activities, right? You need to be combating that with something that is mellow and more relaxing and able to move that energy out, and taking, instead of drilling it and being hard, you're wanting to loosen up and to release. Okay. And so I hope that you tune in this week for the daily deep dives that are going to be posted each and every morning. So if you follow us on your favorite podcast, you should have a notification every morning when that new daily deep dive drops. Don't forget Sunday's Storytime Sunday. We are running a little low on some Storytime Sundays. So head over to my website at angelamcclellan.com and submit your story. We would love to feature it here on Divinely Connected. All right. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for tomorrow's daily deep dive.